Hey, welcome back to BIBSTER'S Repair Shop. It's been a while. Sorry, I can't say that term without saying that song. So, I know I haven't put a video out for like a week because, well, got busy at work and just, it's been kind of cold out. It's currently, there's snow coming in the door, so we all know what that means. Got current Death Storm 2021 out there. But, I thought I'd start actually working on this steering upgrade because I've decided I ordered some new back tins, brand new actually, brand new for this thing. This thing is going to have all the back tins from a company called Lynch Farm Parts, I think is their name. When I get them, I'll do a whole review and I'll put the link down in the description. I'll put a link down now. Tell them I sent you. They're super affordable. It's like $105 for a pair. You can't find them used like that, obviously. I know use is different, but I was trying to find an old ratty pair. That's been my goal, because obviously this tractor is, well, it's got a giant hole right there. Kind of got that ratty look, but I could never find a pair that wasn't outrageous. I was finding one guy on eBay selling them for like $200 a side. I thought, well, that seems ridiculous. So I didn't buy those, but because I also decided that I'm gonna go with the 88 sheet metal. I know I had the 880 sheet metal on it, but then we'll go with the full side. I can hide all the cheating I'm doing under here. Not really any cheating, it's all stock. But that way I can save those other ones for the 880 project. Oh geez, while I'm yabbering, let me get you set up on a tripod. I can chit chat with you while I get this all torn apart. All right, I got you back here. So this one got a washer on it. Not exactly sure what I'm gonna do here, but I know I'm gonna do something different. I did bring home my, or started actually charging up my grinder. I got one of those electric grinders. It's not that good, but it should be able to make this cut. Because my one idea that I've had is to take and cut half this off, similar to how they have it here, where it's gonna have that flat edge on the back side here. Something similar to that, cutting it a bunch off, and then maybe drilling some new holes. But I don't think honestly, I think for what this thing does, it's not even like that bearings are leaving in there all that tight. I think 2 bolts would hold it if I sliced that all the way down. But it's a matter of the problem is I still don't know if it's going to make it clear that back tin. Let me maybe see if I can get, because the last thing I want to do is cut it down a bunch and then have it still not clear when the tin comes in. Let me see something here. I think I can loosen this bolt up and this little piece will come out. That might work. Yeah, that might work actually kind of well. Because then I can cut it not on the tractor, which is probably better. Let me see something first here. Let me do some measuring here. Let me grab that other piece of sheet metal and let me see where that comes in at. I'll bring it right back. All right, we got the sheet metal on. There's gonna be some other issues if we run the sheet metal. One thing is we're gonna have to run a shorter belt. You can see how wavy this is. Well, this is why this got thrown in on the deal. But it does look like with the gap I got there, and if I take out basically almost all of that, I think I might have enough room to clear it, which shouldn't be too bad. But what I will have to do is get a shorter alternator belt on it and run that. The other problem I'm also going to have is on the other side. Let me show you. The regular 88s must run some kind of a different filter or breather, or oil bath system, because this one sticks out farther than what it's supposed to, or well, what it would be to run this. It's gonna, right now it's those bolts. I'm gonna cut those bolts off, those extra bit of those bolts, but we're still gonna hit the oil bath system. So we shall see. If you look, it's pretty close. Like you have to ignore the bolt sticking out. Like we might be able to tweak it. And it's not like on this sheet metal, it's gonna matter if I tweak it a little bit, but I also want something that's gonna be constant into the sheet metal. So let me get set up and see about making that cut here. And then I'll probably just loosen up this alternator for now, and then we'll figure out a shorter belt when it's not snowing again outside. So hang on. All right, well, I didn't show you cutting it because, well, there's probably like 15 OSHA regulations I wasn't following. But I'm going to come back and cut just a little bit more back here because it's just hitting on this corner, but I think it's going to work. So I got the alternator all the way sucked in right now. That might be my only other issue is where that hits. So might have to do a little more finagling on that, but I think that'll work. I can make that work. So I'm going to cut this. Notice this is my fancy prop rod. I'm going to cut just a little bit more of this, and I'll bring it back. And then we'll... I think that'll work. I'll probably try and actually put some bolts in this thing and see if we can actually have two side tins on this tractor. And once my back tins come in, this thing will be fully ready. I want to figure out, I know they got bolts in here, but I'd like some other ways, faster way to get in, because obviously every time I'm going to have to pull this side up. There was an option to get the back tin with the hole in the side, but to get in there and turn my fuel on, be up there, that's not going to work well. So I'll just have it where I'm hoping that with the back tin on where this one comes in, I'll be able to fish my hand through and turn the fuel on. Wait, why do I care? This is the one Dad's going to pull. He can worry about turning the fuel on. But to get the fuel on at the beginning and the end of the day. But that shouldn't be too bad. Then I got to figure out what I'm going to do with my sides, painting them, because they're going to look brand new and fresh, and obviously with this tractor. I keep saying it. Every time I do something to it, I get closer to thinking about painting it, but keep telling myself no. I'm not going to paint it. I'm not going to paint it. No. We'll see what happens before the end. But yeah, I'll go cut that off there, pretty that up a little bit. I think I got a grinding wheel. I can actually clean that up. If I don't, I'll get that later. But yeah, then we'll have to get just a little bit shorter belt. Because right now, this is in as far as it can go. I still might get a different connector for here. Maybe one that's like a 90 or something, because I don't want these to be the thing that it hits. Because they'll rub through. So let me do some more cutting, and I'll bring it right back. Whoa, would you look at that? So because the Supers, the way this is, a little bit of a gap. I'm just gonna run that bolt. Look at some body wash or something for next, some better screws, and the front's kind of sort of, well, it's just hanging on there for dear life on the edge. But I had a wet rag and kind of started cleaning this up a little bit. I think it's gonna clean up pretty nice. Here's the problem. So this side's actually fitting. I got it cut. Can't really see. I'll take that back off so I'll show you a little better. Probably won't. But on this other side though, so I nibbed down these two bolt heads, but they're still, see from this side, you're looking straight down it, right there. So this is hitting. So technically now I could run the 880 tin and it would fit nicely, but I kind of like the look of just running the streamline on both sides. It would be kind of funny because it'll add to the mystique of what tractor is this, because obviously the Oliver guys will know by the frame that it's not an 88, but so yeah, you can see that that's not going to quite make contact. I might honestly, we will see how well, if when I put this back down and tighten the top up into there with some, maybe a little bit of a spacer, how that looks, but I think it's going to look dumb. So I'm going to do some research and figure out what I can do there. But so I'll probably bring it back one more time. Let's talk also, in the last video, look what I did in the, look at the straight pipe, yes. Loud tractors matter. I don't know, loud tractors are fun. So, yeah, everything's got straight pipes. The advantage is now everything does not have to have the pipe taken off the drive in and out of the garage. So, plus, you don't want to have a normal size pipe on your pulling tractor, right? So, then the next big issue we're going to tackle is weight bars. So, on the Super, it's not too bad. I think I'm going to clean these threads out and make a bracket that ties into these two. And there's a bar that comes out, and then I could hang a few wheel weights on it, because everything I'm going to get is wheel weights, and have a bracket that comes up. So you just kind of come in here, set it down, that gets your mid-mount weight done. I think I'm going to put I also looked up, guy got sent me some pictures on a 770. What they did was, these wheel weights got to come off. Those are going to be part of tonight's video, but I don't think it's going to be. They built a bracket that then came out a little bit farther, and then you can slide all the wheel weights on you want. The problem then is it makes this tractor wider than what it is. So, which I have a little bit of room I can slide it in. So I could, and I could put those press steels on too. I could slide it in farther, as far as I can go with the fenders on it, and then that might give me enough room to hang enough wheel weights on the outside. So, because this is gonna have both wheel weights taken off for whatever I want to do with them for this tractor. So I get it down to the weight and then go up from there. The front, something similar, using these 3 bolts, bring something up, bar across here for strength, that I can come 11 feet out, but I'm not going to probably come too far out, and put some kind of bracket that's got either a pole with a part that comes up so I can put the wheel weights on it, or I've thought about building a bracket that's got 2 studs in it with high strength all thread, like the good stuff, like grade 8. Run those through, then you could just slide the wheel weights on and just slide a nut on if you wanted to, so that I could have the weights. Because as long as I get them in front of because right now Riverbend's rules are, NTBA is 11 feet from the center of the rear axle, which is pretty far out. But hook it to the back of that washer there. But right now, Riverbend, the last casting, which I would assume would be the front of that, 2 feet out. So I could come all the way to here. I could come out to, let's say 18 inches or 16 inches, or let's say 18, and then build it so my front brackets can come out. Cause I don't think I'm going to put that much weight on the front, especially at 150 pounds a piece. So that's the next big step. So videos might be a little more delayed as I'm trying to figure that out. I got some other little projects to do, but other than that, when I get my back tin, and I got to figure out a new belt for that, which isn't really video worthy. We're going to kind of we'll find something else to film. If you guys care about guitar content, let me know, because I can do some guitar stuff, but yeah. So actually I think I'm going to shut things down for that. So we got the sheet metal sort of started to get figured out. I got to figure out what I'm going to do over here now, but that's fine. That's not as big of a deal, but we'll let you go. Stay safe out there, all us Midwesterners. The snowstorm, death storm 2020, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. All right, so I'm sitting here editing. Yes, I sit in the garage editing, and I totally forgot. So one of the things I did last week, I was running our CNC at work, and I did a couple really quick little videos. I don't know, that's kind of nerdy, but I liked it. It was my first, it's the first project that I had to set up all the different tools on. So I'm gonna roll those now. If you don't care, we'll see you on the next one. If you do care, check them out. They're kind of short and easy. We'll see you on the next one. I forgot one of the things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on the brakes on that, because that brakes on that thing, they stop. But they stop all the way down, so I'm trying to adjust them up so I can get them to work. Because one of the things you want to pull on is good brakes, so you can put it on that. So that project might be coming up soon. So hang on, we'll show those, and then we'll wrap things up. So this time it's goodbye. I swear. I hope. Yeah, for sure. All right. Bye.